Chris. We only want to spend maybe $10,000 to $15,000 on our domain name. And why don't we revisit this after we get our next funding round? Hey, Chris Zeiger with Media Options, help companies acquire the raw version of the brand. Brokering some of the best domain names on the planet. Check that out over at chriszeiger.com. MediaOptions.com. Check out chriszeiger.com. We do the daily podcast. Just upload a podcast today. You might not like this one, okay, because I get raw, and just a discussion as far as worldviews, and your world is about to get crushed. But anyways, I was talking to a founder, and they do not own the raw version of the brand. They added a word onto their brand, and they're using the .co. And I was like, okay, wow. Like, you guys got a problem, right? But we're talking about this domain name, and I said, okay, the domain is owned by a larger company. This company, it has an interest in this domain name to one sense. Okay, maybe they bought it for a marketing campaign domain. I don't see them ever using it. So I said, there's probably a very small likelihood you could acquire this. Now, this is not, and I'm not saying acquire the raw version of their brand, the .com, but I'm saying acquire like this version of their domain name with a descriptor word in the front, their raw version of the brand, and the .com. It's a very, probably maybe 10, 15% chance. But I said, you're gonna have to pay, right? There's some, monetary value that's gonna have to be there to make them say, okay, yeah, let's let this thing go. Okay, they're not just gonna let it go for $2,000, $3,000. But that opened up this discussion as far as the current use of their domain. I said, listen, you guys got a problem today. I said, here's the reality, okay? You have a problem because you not only added a descriptor on your domain, you're using the .co. And I said, the chances are, I said, there's people can't even find you, right? They're going over here. I said, where are you at? Are you over here? Where are you over here? And I said, you have lots of confusion. And he said, yeah, you're right. I said, yeah, I know because I talked to hundreds. I've talked to thousands of companies, okay? But on any given month, I'm talking to maybe, or any given day, 3 to 5 companies. Multiply that over the week. And, depending upon the week, okay, this week will be super slow because of Thanksgiving. But, I've talked to a lot of companies. And I said, yeah, you're right. But I said, more importantly, I said, you think you're going to walk into the venture capital, okay, the VCs or whoever you're getting funding from, and they're going to be like, yeah, awesome, great idea, wonderful. I said, but what they're going to look at, they're looking and say, man, these guys don't understand the fundamentals of branding, and I want to give them money. They don't understand, why don't you guys own your .com? You're like, well, we want to spend this money. And they're like, you're freaking driving a Denali, right? A GMC Denali. That's $80,000. And you're telling me the very creation that's going to make you money, you don't want to spend more than $15,000? What am I missing in your priorities here? I said, listen, the VC's going to say, why don't you own that? And you're like, well, you make all these excuses. I said, they get it. Okay, they're looking a domain name is not the cause of your brand to succeed. Okay, it has a very real impact. Okay, there's product, there's positioning, there's people. But I said what it is it's a it showcases your ability to believe in your brand. Okay, it showcases your ability to understand marketing and branding and conversion and positioning and leadership. So you think it's just about your brand. You think it's just about, hey, they can find us because look, we're the .co, but still, because we're B2B, they can still find us. And I'm telling you, they don't want to find you. Okay, because they say, this is so bad. Are you guys even excellent? Do you even demand excellence? Okay, you can make this analogy in many different ways. But just consider this, one other thing I told them, I said, listen, I've already spent, $35,000 on my domain names that I own. Several of them. I said, I have more than that invested in domain names. As a company, we have millions of dollars in domain names. And I said, I would buy my domain name for my brother, okay, for maybe $100,000, okay? He won't sell it to me. He's like, Chris, my last name's Zeiger. And I'm like, yeah, so's mine. Sell it to me. Come on. No, never to get it, right? And you're telling me, I spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 maybe? Do you believe in what you're building? How are people perceiving you? Anyways, that's it for today. Interesting conversation. And he got it. He's like, yeah, I get it. Let me take it back to the team. Let me think about this. Let me talk about this. Okay, listen, think about it like this, okay? Would your domain name produce as much value as one employee? Okay, I use that wording a lot. Because most founders, okay, most people in our business, they can get their head around, okay, well, what would it cost me to get an employee, right? I'm going to pay maybe this VA $35,000 a year. They're going to do my I don't know, scheduling, whatever. Okay, what value is that to you? Okay, oh, it gives me more time to do this. Okay, great. And what do you pay a salesperson? Okay, what would the percentage increase in sales be for you to make this back? Anyways, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Share it up, share it up, share it up.